Ha! All right, folks. Let's turn down my music here for a bit. I am Doctor McFarland. Welcome back to the channel. It is Tuesday. Yes, I made dinner all by myself tonight. And just very simple rice, browned some meat, and heated up some queso, cheese, something or other. And it was good. So I have not made an official video series on this yet, but I have this Sonicake kind of deal over here, as you can kind of see. Let me push this over. So it's pretty cool. It's very reminiscent of, as far as the switches goes, it's very reminiscent of a HX Stomp, a Headrush, MX5. I'm sure there's other 3-button options out there on the market. But I was wondering, is like, hey, is there actually a software for this on the computer? And lo and behold, there is. So if I show this, what can I do here? I'm going to get rid of this thing. And I'm going to add in... What am I going to add in? Can I add in that? Yeah, I can. So it makes me a little small on the screen, but that's fine. I can work with this. So I'm basically going to be just trying out some stuff here. So we got stomp mode, which does that change on there? Yeah, it does pretty much. Then we got preset mode. Okay. I'll stay in preset mode for now. You can see that there is a set signal path that you really can't change. You can change the order of things, but you can't have, like, 5 delays and 2 reverbs and 4 stomp boxes and stuff like that. So but you do have a effects 1, effects 2, an amp, a noise reduction, which you could have that at the beginning. So you can see it's pretty easy to drag and drop. We have a delay, a cab, which you can either have that right after the amp, or maybe you want your send and returns in different orders. We got EQs, modulation, and reverb. So for example, if I wanted to have an overdrive on here, which I can, let's just say I go with like a warm OD, right? I can turn that on and off. Then this one would be a compressor, but also have some boost options. I have some pitch options in here, some more overdrive stuff, and that's about it. I can't add like a phase before my dirt unless I want to use the modulation that's down here and move it before the amp or before my my dirt section here. Okay, so we are limited in what we can add, but that's why we have multiple different presets. And you can just do whatever you want. So I'm going to start from scratch. And I'm going to not save that preset. And we just have everything blank. So y'all come on in, ask some questions. It doesn't have to be about the Sonicake Matribox 2. But I will be playing some tones from here. I am also playing my Kiesel Osiris 7-string multiscale. And it is any Kiesel that has a roasted maple neck on it is very, very nice. I kind of prefer it. Now I'm wondering how I can get this how can I get this to be like a split screen? Because that's really what I want. But anyway, it doesn't matter. So let's see. What have I seen this week? I'm trying to think if I've seen anything this week that's come out that I'm remotely interested in. The ToneMaster Pro software or firmware update came out last week, and not like drastically amazing things were added. Or maybe it was 2 weeks ago. Maybe I just heard about it last week. But they did add the Soldano, I don't know if I ever say that right, the Soldano SLO 100 head, and also a orange rocker verb option. Which, really, between those two amps, I mean, give me those 2 amps and a Fender Princeton, and I'm pretty much good to go with anything. So, with that said, let's actually do that. Let's go find an amp here. We have a Tweed Deluxe. We have a Bassman, normal and bright. We have a dark double, a dark deluxe. So probably a dark double is your Fender Twin, probably. A deluxe is your deluxe. So the dark double. So anything that says dark is probably a black face amp, not a silver face amp. Just guessing from experience here. Supero. It's probably like a Supero thing. We got Vox, Jazz 120, Superb. It's like a super reverb, clean and overdrive. A California Star, which is the Texas Lone Star. Bogner Shiva, clean and overdrive. A Bogner Ecstasy. I have a Doctor clean and overdrive. That's probably a Dr. Z of some sort. A Dragon clean boost, clean overdrive. I'm not sure what the Dragon is. And SLO 100s. We got some diesel stuff. We have the Mesomark 4s, the Dual Rex, the Tangerine R100, which is the orange Rocker Verb 100, and all that. So Andrew Collins is in the house. What's up, man? I hadn't seen you in a while. This is the Sonicake Matribox 2. And if I went back here, maybe did this kind of thing, you can see it. Okay. I really want to add this thing over here, but oh, that's interesting. I'm still learning my my software here. Sometimes it does what I want, and sometimes I want to do other things that I can't figure out how to do it. So, all right, so yeah, so like I mentioned, I was not aware that I had a desktop editor, but this thing is cheap. It does sound really good. It's probably made in China. It's like one of those Chinese companies, and they actually have a cool desktop editor, which is great. All right, we have the volume. Make sure that's... All right, so all we have on this one is a gain and volume and tone, which is a Tweed Deluxe amp, which is what that has. Okay, cool. Let's go with a Dark Deluxe. The Dragon is a Framus. Okay, cool. Thanks, Greg. All right, let's get some reverb going. And let's try spring reverb first. And you just simply click on it, and it brings up the parameters for you to tweak. Yes, I want trails on. Andrew, you just go to the website, sonicake.com, and it's the Matribox. This thing right here. It is $229, so it's relatively cheap, inexpensive. And if you want something small that you can plug into a computer, do some recording with, it does have some built-in drum rhythms, which is kind of cool. A 90-second looper, 198 presets, adjustable signal chain with maximum 10 simultaneous effects blocks. It is a USB interface that supports OTG, so you can record directly to an iPad or an iPhone. Probably really good for live, like live stream audio stuff, maybe. And a free Mac Windows software for sound editing and presets management. So, Headrush. Headrush, come on, man. Sonicake is kicking your butt for $229 over here. This is dumb. But anyway, I digress. All right, so it's my overall volume. We do have a preset volume, so I can turn that up. Yeah. Uh-oh. Turn down the drums a little bit. Cool. I like it. It's pretty fun. What is this thing? Global settings, MIDI, external settings, firmware update. Cool. The company did reach out to me through email a few months ago. It was like, hey, would you like to review our unit? And I'm like, sure. Let's do that. All right. Let's try out a few different reverbs here. Here's a Sky. It's kind of fun. Let's do a C. So it kind of has a little modulation in there. Church. Something with a nice long tail. And there is a modulated reverb. I just wonder, you can't have more, you can only have one reverb, one delay, so you're very limited on the number of blocks you can have, but you can move them around however you want. So very interesting, I know, right? What is the search thing for? No, it's not going to do anything. Okay. Let's go back to our nice spring reverb. It's fine. There's a ping pong delay, which won't mean a lot because I'm only going mono out. And you got to turn on. Alright, I'm still on the Tweed Deluxe cab. Let's go with a dark looks. Something sounds weird. Bucket Brigade. I think it's my headphones doing something crazy. Like, so for example, like the EQ, like it'd be great if we could just like change that to something else, but we can't. Gotta go with the tremolo. Cool. Andrew and Greg, what have you guys been up to? What have you been doing? Let's try a breaker OD, which is going to be a Marshall Blues Breaker or something or other. Hello. Gain down, volume down. I think my headphones are, the drivers in them are going weird because something sounds fuzzy. Surely it's not the unit or the drive itself. All right, that's kind of fun. Let's change things up here. Let's go down to the Dragon. We do have an Ingle, the Dizzy, the Flyman, which is something, the Dragon. We're going to go by 4x12. Let's go with some kind of greenback or 2x12 greenback. Volume all the way up. So far, I'm not too impressed with that one. Let's try the Shiva stuff. Yeah, the master is all the way up. And the volume is very low. Let's go to the overdrive. Can you daisy chain a PA system? I have 2 speakers that I use, but I want to use another one for a total of 3. Yeah, most speakers have an output. So, for example, like these little the headrush speakers, they have 2 inputs and an output. So that means, well, it has 2 inputs and an output. it really depends on what the speakers have as an option. Like some of the old passive floor wedges have an input and then a through / output kind of thing, so you can daisy chain down. But the speaker definitely has to have two outputs of some sort. Has to have an input, then it has to have an output in order for you to daisy chain down the line. So it kind of depends on what you have, Andrew. And I've not really looked into PA systems all that often here lately. So I would not know of what speaker would be good for that. But I would definitely check out maybe QSC or Yorkville or Yamaha. I mean, they all make some good speakers. So turn this up a little bit. Yeah, I mean that would work. I can do a lot of things with that kind of tone, especially for a recording. Let's turn the bass down a little bit. Maybe turn the treble up, like so. There's definitely EQ options here. So maybe if we boost a little highs, cut some lows. Maybe something like that. Going for some clarity here. That's a great little practice tool right there. Finding some a drum groove that you like. Do like a little swing thing. Especially if you're like working on bass stuff. All right, anyway. Alto speakers are owned by In Music brand, or In Brand Music, whatever they are, In Music brand. And some people say they're pretty much the same as your Headrush speakers, though I think they have slightly different guts. Otherwise, why sell two different speakers if they're the exact same thing, just with a different label? Which is what some people claim. So it is what it is on that one. Let's go with the Lone Star Overdrive. We are getting Yeah, cut some bass. You know, boost some highs. Cool, that's fine. Sounds fine. Let's try this dragon. Let's try the Framus. And let's move away from our Princeton sound. Let's do a dual. I'm not getting like that immediate like volume awesomeness in my ears. Though it's probably just the headphones. I mean, these are open back headphones and they're, you know, they are what they are. I think my other headphones are downstairs, so it's fine. Let me know how it sounds out there in internet land. Let's go with a different amp. The lead, so SLO. See, once again, I gotta maybe crank some volume, turn down some gain, turn up some treble, turn down some bass. Guitar tones just do not need bass, or tons of bass anyway. It's just not necessary for guitar tones. Let me go up here maybe. What's happening? 90D. I can zoom. Yes, I'll zoom that way. All right, cool. I'll stick myself up in the corner. Let's go with a little cleaner delay. All right, let's go back to my my jam track here. I'm almost done. Let's play along with this blues thing I did today. I got 2 more left to complete the year of 2023. And more than likely, I'll start on 2024 or 2025 next year sometime. Or maybe later this year. I will try to do 52 backing tracks for the year. And I got a little behind. Alright, we're in the key of F. And for some reason my TV keeps blacking out. Alright, here we go. So there's this little thing going, just looping back over and over. Alright, let me try that. Let me try that. I'll bring up this. Bring up this. I'll turn down my headphones a little bit. Alright, turning it up for you folks out there. Let me know if it's better. Cool. I like it. I like it. Let's go back to here. Let's kick in an overdrive, shall we? Let's do a screamer. Let's do a screamer. We'll have the gain down, the volume up, the tone. Let's put the noise reduction on down here. So that will cut out any excess noise that we have. I mean, at work I use the new Kiesel Hyperrig plugin from Polychrome DSP. That sounds really good. But for $229, this is a very cheap option to dial in some presets, and you can do some recording with it. And it sounds pretty good. Yeah. I like it. So let's say we change the name of this to Doc Preset Fun. And there's the name change there. So, all right, let's jam some more because we can. What's up, Doc? I see what you did there. I see what you did there. That's pretty cool. Let's go back to our split screen here and let's pick a different amp now. Let's go down to a Tangerine R100. So more than likely I will do some comparison videos between all the units I have: Fractal, Kemper, Sonicake, Tonemaster Pro, Headrush, Helix. That's all I have. Is that all I have? That's all I have. That's all. That's all everyone really needs. Gain down, volume up, bass down, treble up. I mean, I can definitely do some recording with this stuff here. For sure. Let's go back. Let's play it out. Joel says, I see you're selling your Fractal FX. Yes, I am. It's been on sale for past few months. Not a lot of takers. Maybe it's a down market. Maybe just nobody wants a rack-mounted Fractal. But I will sell the head or the rack and the FC12 foot switch for the price given on the listing there. As much as I like the Fractal stuff, I don't play out. I don't play out anywhere. So it's useless. Not useless, but it doesn't make a lot of sense for it to just sit here in the studio not being used for really anything. Because honestly, I can record with plugins. I can record with the Sonicake thing. I got a ToneMaster Pro I'm reviewing from Zounds.com. The HX Stomp XL. Wow, that little unit. The Helix stuff is great. The Helix stuff is great. I always go back to the flexibility of the Helix. Yes, it does not have as many DSP cores as probably a Fractal does. So you can't do as much in a preset. But really, for what I need to do, 90% of the time, a Helix is perfect. Headrush is great. The Headrush core, I don't lack anything from that unit at all. The ToneMaster Pro is really cool. And I really do want to like the Kemper, but there's something weird about the drives and how they interact with the gain staging that just doesn't do it for me. So, and plus, like getting around and making presets and stuff. Honestly, if I used the Kemper at all, it would just be one preset or one performance, and I would just switch between the 5 different performances, have the stomp boxes come in and out when I needed to, and I could totally get by with the Kemper live. But you just gotta keep it simple. I can't think about all the extremes of possibilities that I would ever want to do. I just give me a clean tone, give me an overdrive tone, like some kind of rhythm lead tone, a little delay, a little reverb, a little auto swell for some ambient stuff, a little tremolo here and there, and that's basically all of the presets I make are based off of that simple need of just basic amp, basic overdrive. Like last Sunday, what did I use this past Sunday? This past Sunday, I used the ToneMaster Pro, and I used a Princeton reverb with a SD1 Boss overdrive model with a delay and I think it was an analog delay and a cloud reverb and like a shimmery type reverb for like ambient stuff. And it was like literally 5 elements in my preset, and I just used it for a few songs, and it worked great. So, I think the Axe Effects is great for anybody who's touring that needs all the juice that the Axe Effects provides and wants the flexibility of the FC12 foot switch so they can switch between different stuff. And not saying that the FM9 couldn't do all that. It totally can. But once you've used the FC12 foot switch, I don't think you can go back. And I would be even prone to saying that based on my preset on the Axe Effects right now that I have not changed in the last few months, every time I turn it on, I just use the same preset. I'm pretty sure I can make the same thing on a FM3, which actually would fit really well inside a backpack. Then I could just take the FC12 foot switch to add the extra functionality to it when I want. Because since they've added the gapless switching to the FM3, that opens up the whole thing now to where you don't have to have multiple amp blocks, which is the FM3 can only have 1 amp block anyway. But now you're able to have 1 amp block with 4 channels. So you can have your Fender cleans all the way from your Marshalls to your Mesa Boogies to your whatevers, and it's all there within the preset, and it's great. So anyway, I'll do an updated video of my current fractal preset, and you can decide whether that sounds good or not. So anyway, I digress. Stuff is selling so slow on Marketplace right now. Everybody broke. Everybody broke, man. Well, it's either that or all they want to do is trade because they don't have the money. They don't have the cash to pay for it outright. So they would rather trade you something, which I'm like, I'd rather just wait it out till later this fall and hopefully things pick back up. Otherwise, my credit cards are just sitting there with a 0% financing for the next 18 months or whatever it is. So I'll deal with it 18 months from now. Or really, by this point, I'm probably just down to 12 months at this point. So I got myself a year to figure out the credit card thing. The things I do for YouTube, I feel like I have to have all this stuff to review and make videos on. But honestly, if I wasn't a YouTuber, I wouldn't own half the stuff I have. So it's the way it is. Well, I'm not really a YouTuber because I don't do it full time. But I do make videos on YouTube to try and help people to understand their gear. So that way they can make good, informative decisions and learn how to use gear and get those sweet tones everyone desires, right? But in the meantime, these Kiesels, dude. These Kiesel guitars are fire. They are fire. They are so good. Very impressed. I've pretty much gone full Kiesel at this point. Not saying I don't like my Reverend guitars, because I do. I love Reverend guitars. But Kiesels have stainless steel frets. They're all custom specs, whatever you want. Jumbo frets, medium jumbos, whatever. And I just really like the idea of not having to ever do fretwork ever again on any of my Kiesels, because they all have stainless steel frets. And it's just the way it is. Let me switch guitars real fast, actually, because we can. Let me find a drum volume. Where's my tuner? Where's my tuner on this thing? Do I have a tuner? I do not know. There's an expression target. Control settings. Oh, cool. Okay, that's pretty easy. What's this? Knob 1, 2, 3. Nice. Oh, preset volume. Okay, I'll turn it down. Let's see what other guitar I can find here. See, this strap right here, this is a what is this, levyleathers.com. So it's basically a strap that you can pull on it, make it loose, you can pull on it again and make it tight. So whether you're sitting or standing, you can always find the right adjustment for your playing position, which is great. So this one here, this is another Kiesel. What have I done? I've turned down my preset volume this day. So this is a Kiesel Zeus, and I like it because this one actually has a 3-way toggle, and then a mini toggle for humbucker versus split coil. So you can make these single coils essentially. Let's see, let's do a little more backing track stuff. Yes, sir. What is really great about headless guitars is they are smaller, which is cool, and they travel so much easier than a full headstock, full body instrument. They fit in the car better, they fit in the overhead of a plane better. I took a headless guitar to NAMM show back in January, and it was just great having the nice small instrument I can carry with me and not worry about like checking it under the plane and all that different stuff. So it's great having not just a Kiesel, but any headless model. If you can swing it, if you can buy a travel guitar, there's an actual brand called Travel Guitar. If you can swing it, then I would definitely pick one up because they are very convenient to have. So okay, I like that one. Let me go to one more guitar though. One more guitar. All right, so this one is another Kiesel. This is a Delos, Headless Delos. So it is a raw tone finish. You can see there's the ash body with a raw tone, no gloss finish on there. It has a relatively nice little compression area on the roasted maple fretboard. And yeah, it's cool. Let me turn down my light just a little bit. There we go. This guitar has marked singles in the neck and middle positions. And a beryllium in the bridge right here. I keep wanting to have a trim arm right here. Hold on. Where's my trim arms? So tremolo arm, you gotta stick it in there. And now, get a little whammy stick, jiggle stick. Alright, I like the overdrive sound. Let's call this something different. Let's call it Doc Tang Fun. And let's go to a new preset here. And we'll bring in a different amp. Let's see, what do we have? We have some bass stuff. All right, what am I missing? Gotta turn them on. Let's go back to here. As you can see what I'm doing. Treble up, bass down. So this is your Mezza Boogie 2C++. Studio reverb. Let's bring the mix down, bring the decay up. Trails on always. I can't fault any of this. It all sounds good. Let's do a little low cut here. Let's do a little high cut. You know, at least to like 7 or 6K. You can also import IRs. So Greg Barth, I can bring in my my Doctor McFarland IRs there, which is really cool. And we do have a volume on this thing, so we can. Great. This is so cool. Screamer. Put the noise gate at the very front. Yep. And let's add some delay. And let's add some tails. And we're going to sync it. On this cab, I'm going to bring the high cut up, or the low cut up, just a little bit more. Cool. I like it. How do I save? How do I save? Preset. Save preset, yes. I don't want to save it there, though. All right, let's try that sound with a little less gain. A little more treble, maybe some more mids. All right, back to the backing track. Here we go. 1 and 2 and ready and go. So that's the backing track I released today on the website. You can get a whole year's worth of backing tracks for $20. And I appreciate it. That's really my way of saying, don't give me a super chat. Don't worry about like Patreon and all that other stuff, because I don't do that stuff. If you like to support what I do, then go buy a product from my website, and I would be appreciative of all that. So I got to pay for these guitars somehow. All right, here's a Hyperrig Kiesel plug-in and a Kiesel Osiris 7-string guitar I used to make this one. So check it out. B flat, or a F. Sorry. Oh man, that's bad. is so buttery smooth. It's so smooth. This is just a little something on these cabs here. I need some more high end. Let's bring in some EQ. Let's get some EQ going here. Roll off some lows. Roll off a little 800. This one sounds good. Oh, they all sound good, but I'm liking this extra bite on the EQ. Here's the EQ off. EQ back on. That's pretty darn good right there. All right, so what I'm liking about the Matribox 2 is, I mean, it sounds really, really good. My fear is between preset mode and stomp mode. You really don't have scribble strips, so you really have to kind of keep your presets consistent. So you always remember, like, okay, on this switch I had a tube screamer, and this switch I had a tremolo, and this I turned the delay on and off, or something. And let's see here. It's got a send and return, expression 2 foot switch. So you could add an additional foot switch to this. Pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can do that. See if you can see this or not here. Yeah, you can see that. All right, so like we got control 1, control 2, control 3. Let me run scene. What does that even mean? Oh, so these are essentially different scenes. Maybe. No, they're control settings. So for control 2, I want to turn on and off my overdrive. And then control 3 was going to be my delay. And then maybe 1 can be like, I don't know, like effects 1 or something maybe, right? So now if I go through here, yeah, so you can see that my effects 2 is turning on and off. Then my delay is turning on and off. Yeah. A, B, and B plus C. All right, so A and B, if you hold that down, that goes into your tuner mode, which you can't see on the screen. And then if I do the, oh wow, okay. Let's exit out of that. Okay. Yeah, so it's a little limiting as far as live use. But I think for the studio, I mean, this is great. Just having the little thing on your screen, you can make all your presets you want. You can just switch between them. So this is going to be a Doc 2's C++ fun. It's a fun preset. And let's do one more. Let's do a let's put the gain reduction or the noise gate up there. And let's go with a nice, let's go with a deluxe reverb. We'll make the preset volume all the way up. How about that? Turn the volume up on this thing. Let's go ahead and get this out of the way. Let's cut out about 100 hertz or so. Bring this down to about your 7 to 8 or somewhere in there. We're bringing our reverb, which is going to be a hall. And we'll probably want to go back here and raise the gain all the way up. So with a deluxe reverb or any kind of Fender amp that does not have a master volume, you're more than likely want to raise the volume all the way up and then adjust your gain accordingly. Because now you're essentially driving. You're driving that amp a little bit more. Would you raise the gain? But then we can also use the cab volume to make things a little bit louder as well. We'll go ahead and incorporate our EQ here. We can also raise the volume on the EQ, which is getting a little loud. And to me, that sounds good. So for this preset, I would have my tremolo, and I would make the rate like that, the depth. All right, so for example, let's just say I had on my foot switches here, Control 1 was always foot switch or effects 2. Control 2 was always my modulation, and Control 3 was my delay. Okay. We may want to have tap tempo in there at some point, maybe, but really for now, this is fine. The knobs 1, 2, and 3. I can have this control. I can essentially do a quick, like a quick assign to where, you know, a certain knob was always the volume of an overdrive or the gain of an amp or the mix of a reverb or delay or something like that. I'm not going to mess with that right now. This is pretty good. So we're going to call this Doc Deluxe Fun. So. Yeah, they sound good. I know you people are watching out there, so let's do some chatting. Go and ask me some questions if you have any. Because I want to talk to people. I just don't want to sit here and play guitar all night. Which I can. I can play for hours. But you don't want to hear me play for hours. Let's turn on some compression here. And... Okay, that sounds good for that. Let's go to our overdrive, and I want the full OD. Shoo-wee. Going on with that. Something's not agreeing with me on that one. Where was the BB? I thought there was a BB preamp something in here. Where did I see it? A full OD, a breaker OD, a master OD. Blues OD. Distortion Plus, Plexi Distortion, Dark Mouse, which is your rat. Okay, it was this one. It was the BB Boost. Something sounds weird in my ears, but hopefully it sounds okay out there. Because it is definitely like something weird. Foot switches, control 1, 2, and 3. All right, cool. All right, so if they're red, that means they're off. Actually. Yeah, blue is on and red is off. Though technically that don't make a lot of sense. Let's do this. All right, there we go. And then this one. Let's do it that way. All right, so blue is off. No, I want blue to be on. Blue is on. But on this one... Alright. There we go. So that one's on, off, on, off. Okay, good. All right, so blue is on and red is off. That's how I have it. So, all right, let's go back to our backing track. Watch out, John Mayer. I like it. So that can be good for, just a good clean tone on for recording. So, and then kick in my overdrive. Something's going on with my headphones because it's kind of crackling a little bit. And it shouldn't be the preamp on the interface. I'll say it shouldn't. Maybe it is. Turn it down there and turn it up here on the fader. All right, guys. This has been fun. 3 people watching. Give me about 5 minutes. If you got any questions at all, ask them now. Otherwise, I'm going to go watch a TV show with the wife. We've been watching The Veil with Elizabeth Moss, and it's interesting. It's pretty cool. It is pretty cool. Let me switch cameras here. Yeah, so this neck, any kind of roasted maple neck you can get on any guitar, I think. But Kiesels just make really nice tongue-gold necks and, stainless steel frets. See if I can turn down the tone a little bit. A little tremolo. Or I can do a little right. And this is the bulk of really any rig I make. I mean, it's sad to say, but give me an amp, give me some tremolo, give me some delay, give me some kind of boost, pedal of some sort. Let's go down here. Let's try the... Ooh, what's an auto wah? That's cool. That's cool. Let's try something different, though. What do I want to do? Yeah, it was the fat boost. Something. I have to raise the volume up a little bit. Nah. The AC boosters. Good. Yeah, there's a... I mean, really, any preset I make on any unit, I don't do a lot of, like, crazy stuff. It's just, you know, get some nice tones and just let the fingers play the right notes, you know. Do a super overdrive. That's probably like the SD1 I've been using on some of these other units. And go back so you can see what I'm doing here. Okay, that's pretty cool. What is this doing? Save preset. Yes, I want to save. Oh, export. No, I don't want to export. Let's go back to my 2C Plus. And here's the Tang Fun. Here's a Mezza, which I need to go tweak. Let's go tweak this thing. Let's go tweak it. Cut them lows out. Bring down them highs. Oh, I see. There's a Cali EQ. Cool. I can do some damage with this thing here. Where's my pop groove? Let's do a different groove real fast. Let's do a... what is this one? What is this one here? B flat. Yeah. when I use the Amplitude 5 plugin to do these tones. Save thing over here. Duh. Let's turn this one down a little bit. Let's save that one. I'm going back through and I'm tweaking my presets I made from like a different day. So it's a little low. Send the volume up. Noise reduction, add some gain, turn down the bass, turn up the treble. Get some reverb going. All reverb. I like it. Cool. That was pretty good. There's a Bogner preset. Here's a Diesel preset. Very low volume. Let's see what we can do about that. Let's turn this volume up. Turn that there. Turn that there. Get a little EQ going. some volume going on this thing. Now, at some point, all these reverb, or not the reverb, all the amp channels, they can kind of tend to sound the same. Right? So I don't think it really matters if you choose an orange or a Mesa Boogie or a Diesel or a Wagner. I mean, you're going to get a good tone out of that. Now, there's some variation that is good to have when you're recording. But other than that, I mean, just have a good clean tone, a good overdrive kind of lead tone, and that's really all I need to stick with. That's a lot of gain on that one. Let's turn that gain down. Cool. I'm going to save that one too. Pretty good stuff. All right, guys. I appreciate everyone sticking around and hanging out and all that fun stuff. I really didn't know what I was going to talk about tonight, but the Matribox 2 turned out to have some pretty cool tones in it. And it's probably not my first choice for something I would want to use live, especially if I needed a lot more options. But once you learn the unit a little bit more, you do have a stomp box mode, you have a preset mode. And as of right now, I'm not quite sure how to switch between the two different modes on the switches. But really, if you could do that, if you could have like 3 main presets and then go into stomp mode and kick in some like, you know, tremolo and drive and stuff like that, you could probably get by doing like some basic blues, country, very basic rock stuff. As long as you didn't need lots and lots of options for your set list. But most anything I would ever do was just be, give me a clean, give me a dirty, and let the fingers do the rocking. So that's what we do, man. So the guitars tonight have been Kiesel guitars. This is a Headless Delos. Also played a Zeus and a Osiris. So thanks guys for watching. I am Dr. McFarland. I will see you in the next video. Keep rocking.